Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at a really cool accessory. This is for the Model Y. This is the ventilated cooling seat cushion from Tlyard. We're going to try these out. Okay, so we have these unboxed here. This is the black seat covers. I have black seats. They also come in white. So if you have the white seats, then you can get these in the white covers. It's basically a seat cover. You can see here it's a cover that goes over the front. I have both. This is the passenger and driver seat. Now behind here is some of the wiring, and this just plugs into a harness. So one outlet, this is going to plug in the center arm, the center console under the armrest. So you just plug in each one of these to this. This plugs in and turn them on. There's a little switch right here. So we've got switches right here on the seat. So it's nice that it's all kind of part of one package. We don't have to wire a switch anywhere. So on, off, and then we have adjustability of the fan. There's fans inside of this mesh material that's going to help keep you cool in the summertime. This is one thing that the Model Y doesn't have, and that is cooling seats. The new Model 3 refresh, like the Highland version of the Model 3, they have this as like a factory option, or it's included now. That's what a lot of people are waiting for the new Model Y Juniper version. But this is something you can add. These are pretty affordable. You can add this now, and you don't have to buy a whole new car. So let's get these installed. Let's see how they fit. They're going to fit around. There's a couple clips here on the back. This fits through the kind of the seat back. There's a couple clips that fit under it, and then it just slips over the back, and we reuse the same headrest. So doesn't look like it's going to be very hard. And then wiring is very simple. It's just plug and play. So let's get into it. All right, the leather is a pretty close match to the factory black leather, so it looks pretty good. So under this armrest here, there's a 12-volt socket. I'm not using this for really anything, so this is where we're going to plug in. This is the only wiring harness that we have, so we just plug that in right here. And then we will have to run the wires over the edge. So you can see on this, we're doing the controls on the inside of the seat. It looks like that's probably the best way to do that. And then these cords here are just going to tuck in, so we just plug that in, and really it's powered up. We can just store any of the excess wire here inside of the center console, tuck that away, and you can see we already have power there. All right, let's turn that on. Look at that. Looks like that's on maximum speed. I don't know if you can hear. Can you hear that? Yeah, it sounds like it's pretty. It sounds like the fans are really moving air. That's gonna be nice when on a hot day. These black seats do get hot on a hot day, so this is gonna be nice. Different 3 fan speeds: low, medium, high. Okay, this little small button here, when we have that activated, that's the automatic method. So right now it's on. It doesn't blow until, if I put weight on it, it turns on. And then when you get out, it turns off. So that's a pretty cool mode that you can have it on only when you're sitting in it, so it's not blowing when you're not in the car. So that's pretty cool. All right, for starters, I'm just going to put this over the headrest. I'm just going to see if looks like it can just slip over the headrest here. I don't think these headrests come off on the driver and passenger seats, so you just have to kind of slip it over and tuck it around the edges here. All right, so the cover just slips over. This headrest, as far as I know, doesn't come off, and so you just slip it over. It is tight, but you just slip it over, and then the edge of the seat cover just slips around the base of this. So I'm just going to pull this down. There's only 2 real connection points. These plastic clips here slip underneath the back here. We have our clips that are going to clip underneath. There's some places underneath the seat that these can hook into just to keep it down. All right, I have those plastic discs shoved down in here, and you turn them so they don't come out. So it's going to help keep the back of this from coming up. I'm just going to pull the sides over. All right, so the metal clips, there's just a couple of areas under here you can just clip those clips on. Looks like it might need to be stretched down a little bit. Once we start sitting on it, it'll kind of stretch it down, but overall, pretty good fit. Really, that's about it for installation. Let me just, we'll sit on it and start using it and try it out here. All right, so just testing out these ventilated seats here, these cooled seats, and I gotta say they're pretty nice. Tesla seats generally come it has very good cushioning to them. This kind of reduces some of the cushioning, but I don't feel like it's uncomfortable. I was concerned if it was going to be like I was going to be able to feel these fans, wires and things through the seat. That's not really the case. I think it's the seat's still comfortable. It's just not as cushiony as it was. But where it's really nice is the cooling. So on the seat bottom and on the back, like the back, having a cooled back, it's a big difference. It makes a big difference. So I'm really enjoying these. Right now I have it on high. It's 92 degrees outside, and you know, I have the climate control on, but it's doing a good job at keeping my back cool. I'm really enjoying this. All right, definitely having it on high is the way to go. But there's a little fan noise. You can hear a little bit of fan noise. It's not bad. A little bit of a whine from those fans, but it's worth it to have a nice cool back. So it's making it really comfortable on this really hot day. All right, here's how they look, both of them installed. So we got the passenger and the driver installed. We have it with the switch on the inside here. Switch is really easy to use. I like the automatic mode where it just turns on automatically when you sit on it. This mesh is actually really breathable, so it makes it nice that your back's not stuck to a really hot leather seat. You have this nice mesh that's breathable. You got the fans here. The fans are lower here in the lower back area, and then right along here, there's two up here and 2 right here. So you've got 6 fans total. Here's how the cord works. Is the cord's kind of plugged in right here next to the seat belt, and then it just drapes over the edge. This still closes just fine, but we have the excess cord right here in the kind of the center console area. This plug here has a USB-A outlet on the end of it, so you can still charge or use this outlet even with this plugged in. So I'm just going to leave this plugged in here all the time. The driver's side's the same way, just plugged in there, and this just drapes over the edge, and that closes on it. So the wires hanging over the edge, that's really not that big of a deal. That's you can't even really tell they're there, so I like that. So I've been driving around for the last couple days with these cooling seat cushions on, and it's been, in the 90s. The car's been really hot. I really like that. It really helps keep you a lot cooler. It just feels like the car's a lot cooler with having your back and seat bottom a lot cooler with these cooling fans. I like the affordability of these. They're not very expensive. So for both, it's around $200 for both seat cushions. And if you only wanted one, if you wanted just the driver's seat, it'd even be less than that. This is a great option to have in your car for summertime to be able to help keep you cool, especially if you have black seats. So a big shout out to Tlyard for partnering with us on this video. This is a great option, guys. See the link down below. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks.